I'm just getting everything caught up. Oh, goodness gracious. Been playing with the lighting and the zoom. Let's see. Let me go back. Nope. Just making sure we're in the right place, okay? Oh, Rosie, get out of here.
Come on, Rosie.
Sorry, my dog's in here. We got to get her out so she doesn't bark. Okay, and now let me make sure we're on the right place. Channel. I know we are, but how are you all this afternoon? I am fantastic. I always put the wrong mute button, and there we go. Everything's good. All right. Well, my lighting is an ever troublesome thing that I work with. So no big deal. Hi, I am Karen Bochikas with Karen's Stamping Place. How are you all today? I have a fun card to play with today, and we're going to play with the Enamel Effects Basics. No, Pearlized Enamel Effects Basics. I've been playing with these for a little while, and I found something that I really enjoy. So I'm going to put the camera down. You saw my card if you were looking. Look at how shiny that is. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, so this is another one I did with it. It's the Scenic Garden host set. So I'm not kidding you. My daughter and I have been playing with this lighting all morning. There we go again. Oh, we're gonna bear with it. We're gonna work with it. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna. So I'm gonna use the Cottage Rose stamp set for this card. Okay. I did forget to bring over my Bermuda Bay ink, so I just ran and grabbed that really quick because we will need that. But first of all, let me show you what we're gonna do. Right? The first thing you have to do with this is you have to use a birthmark on a piece of cardstock, which I do have everything here. I'm just, trying to find it all. Okay, so we got that there. You're gonna take your embossing buddy, powder pal, whatever you want to call it. You just want to get powder on that piece of cardstock because you don't want the embossing powder to stick other places. And yes, I'm using the embossing buddy. Embossing powder. So I'm going to kind of stamp this one up a little higher and do the opposite. Yes, we are going to emboss today and we're going to have some fun. So this video might be a little bit longer than normal because this is a little bit of work, but not bad. It's fun. Learning how to use new product or different product or a different way to use product you already have. These are really good things to learn and do. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. Okay. And then you notice I'm rubbing in the middle because that middle to me doesn't seem to catch the way I would want it to catch. Okay, I should have quite inked up that whole thing. One more little bit on the flower. Ink up the flower. Up here. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside on my scrub sheet. Now, I have my embossing tray. Let me tell you guys, this is still available. This did not go away. And this is an amazing kit that Stampin' Up! Has, okay? Love it. One thing I am gonna do, though, is I'm just to make that, embossing powder release a little bit better, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and that helps it. It really helps it from sticking or, static. Alright, I'm gonna get this on, put on embossing powder, and I don't have to use that because I do have bigger containers, but let me tell you, it helps. So if I need to, have a little extra fall off, I don't have to worry about it getting all over my paper. I love it. And then it's so simple because all you do is you open this and twist that, and then you go like this. And because I put in that embossing powder, not embossing powder, the embossing putty, it just releases it so much easier. You don't have as much static, and so it's not holding your powder in there. And then they give you a great brush to brush it down, put your lid back on, and it's all clean. I love it. Love it. Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way so we can move on to the next part of our project. Okay, the next thing I need to do, move this up here without touching that embossing powder, put my lid on. I'm going to heat set it, okay? It's just gonna take a few minutes to do that. Oh, let me see if I plugged it in. I may not have. That sounds like something I would do. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm under my table. Hi, Wendy from Winnipeg, Canada. Nice to see you. Nice to have you on. Okay, so this just takes a few minutes to let it change or heat set. I'm glad you didn't have to see me climb under my table to plug this in. I kind of forgot to do that. We were really working on lighting. It's an ongoing problem they work with all the time. You just really want to make sure you get that all heat set. You don't want any powder to come loose or not heat set. And then, just like that, we are done. Okay, nice, huh? That was fast. Okay, so I've got a block here, and I'm going to use my white pearlized enamel effects. Okay, and I'm going to just try to put just a little bit on here. Okay, then I'm going to use, first off, I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. And let's just try to get one little drop in there, okay? Yesterday, I was trying just for one drop when I was practicing, and of course, I would get 3 and 4. You don't need that. Okay, I'm gonna pull in my water painters. Mine have seen better days already. And I'm gonna take just like a drop of water on my block. Oh, that's green. I'm gonna clean that off. That was the last color I was using yesterday, and I'm just using a baby white to help drop that color. I don't want green in there. Okay, let's see if that, just a drop of water. Here we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so now I'm gonna start mixing this. And the reason why you want a little water is because you don't want it so thick. You want it thinned out just a wee bit, and then it all ends up in your brush, so you wanna try to get it out of there a little bit and round your brush a little. Okay, so with this, being that it's embossed, you can paint right over those lines with your paint and the pearlized enamel, and it will actually move off those lines so that you don't have to go back in and wipe it. It's already done the work. And let me tell you, the glimmer or the shine when it's all done is just so pretty. I'm just gonna pick up some of those hills and things. Now, if that's not dark enough, you can always go back in. I'm gonna leave it like that for you all. Like I said yesterday, it wasn't, um, working quite like I wanted it to. My reinker just kept making too many drops in there. So did you see I went outside the line a little bit, and I was able to just go in with my finger and wipe it off a little bit, and that really helps. Okay. So I'm getting done with this flower. Now, I have found lots of things to do with the Pearlized Enamel Effects, and I will say they are a carryover from the holiday, the June, no, yes, June to December? That's right, July to December catalog. So they were in there, and I purchased them, and then I never played with them. Oh, let me tell you, out. So then when I saw that they were carrying them over, I was like, "I have to use them." Okay, so I think this one, I'm gonna let it be a little softer. I kind of like that. And if it bothers you, and if it does happen to get on your white a little bit and stay, go in with a baby wipe. That baby wipe will kinda remove it off uh, the white pieces. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna change to my next color. So you just wanna run that water out of your water painter, and then just kind of you can see it kinda going into the baby wipe from the aqua painter. Now, easiest, of course, is to go to your kitchen sink and rinse it out, okay? That's the easiest thing to do. But I'm just gonna do it like this for right now, and I will say it washes off beautifully. You have no issues with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with some white enamel paint. I'm gonna try to use a little bit more this time because I have a bigger area to cover. And I'm gonna use some Bermuda Bay. Okay, so there we have Bermuda Bay on there. And again, do a drop of water. Um, I just thought of this. It might be easier to mix it with something other than your painter. And then, look, I'm just using an old spoon I had here. Oh, that's mixing up nice. Then it's not all over in my brush. Only the things we figure out, right? There, that is really good. Don't mix it with your brush. Use something else. Now I can go in and pick this up, and it's not all over my brush. I do have a little bit too much on there, I will say. but you're just gonna move it around again, trying not to get it bloppy. You don't want it to be in a blob, if that makes sense, or in a blob. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving it. This. And pull out from the center. Okay, do this. Okay, so all I did is I used Bermuda Coastal Cabana. Let me lie. It's Coastal Cabana. My dogs are going crazy again. That's why I don't keep them out here. I apologize, guys. Oh, they be loud. Loud and obnoxious. Okay. Okay, here we go. So what I'm gonna do now is just I was thinking maybe I might just switch, but I don't wanna waste what I'm gonna start up here, bring it up here. I apologize. I have dachshunds, miniature dachshunds. They can be obnoxious sometimes, but I love them. They're my babies, so well, the little people are they want me, but that's okay. And I'm trying to go fast because I don't think you want to sit here forever watching me. But I just really love how this works. Just think it is the neatest technique with these pearlized effects. Finish this way. It does tend to dry pretty fast on your block. So when you have it on there, you tend to want to use it, okay? But what I'm gonna do right now, just for the sake of this video, so I can save you guys some watching, I'm gonna swap this one out with this one. And I only have one little flower left to do, and, the leaves, okay? The leaves, I used Granny Apple Green, and they are so pretty. And also, cover your work surface because and like I said, these things are kinda sticky when they dry. And I was listening to someone earlier who was having trouble. They got this on their embossing folder or embossing plate, and they were having trouble getting it off. Um, so kinda wanna make sure that you're not doing that. We're getting there. Like I said, just, add some water to it if it gets too thick. Okay, we're getting there. It's my favorite word. We're getting there. So, how many of you all have these in your stash and don't know what to do with them? Because next week or this weekend, I haven't quite decided, but I'm going to do a second part to this video, and I'm going to show you other ways to use these. I just knew this would kind of take a little while today. Okay, I'm just cleaning it off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just move this one out of the way. I'm gonna bring in my paint again. Okay, now I'm gonna add Granny Apple Green. Again, just one drop. Okay, and I'm going to add, I'm gonna use a smaller brush for these leaves and add, whoa, that was way too much water, but good. I could just do that. Let's mix it up. I just love these colors together. They look really good. And I just love the shimmer that this adds. Okay, that off. Spoon. All right, here we go. These leaves will go really fast. Some fuzz. Okay, let's see, we have a leaf here. So you know these enamel paints are great for embellishments. You just want to use them for embellishments on your card. They work really well. If you go outside the lines, it's personal preference. I think it would be just fine. Oop, like I just did right there, because I'm trying to go a little fast. So I'll tell you, it's hard to come up with. This would be a good video to fast forward through. I'm almost done. These, like I said, these leaves go really fast. They're a lot smaller, a lot less. All right, two more. Okay, I'm gonna just wipe that block off one more time. Run a little water through that just so it's not glued together. Okay, so there you have my card base. Isn't that pretty? The shimmer. Oh, the shimmer just blows my mind. I love that so much. Okay, so now we're gonna take, I have a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I'm just going to find my tape runner. There it is. Well, did y'all see that? That wasn't good. Paper just went right inside. I wasn't even really pushing down. Okay. This is just how I put the card together real quick. I used a white card base and I used it to the side and did not have it open normally. It's a little crooked. Okay, so I'm gonna put some white ribbon on here. And I have to tie my bows upside down. That's just how it goes for me. Don't know why. Oh, thank you, Wendy, so much. I do love this. And I can't wait to do more with it. I have other stamp sets that I just think would be gorgeous with different colors like purples and things. So Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, get that finger in there. It goes loose every time, but I have a trick for that. If you don't want it loose, 'cause I don't, and it's giving me grief. So I'm gonna just pull this a little bit, fix my bow, take my scissors, bring that up. Oh, like that was a bit wonky. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is show you how to get that tight. This frustrating. So if your ribbon doesn't sit real tight, just put a piece of adhesive on the back, kind of just push it. And now we have a tight piece of ribbon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this to the card base. And then I'm just going to stamp a little tag. Get that where I want it. I'm gonna use a glue dot here in a minute after I stamp my tag. I'm using my go-to greetings. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't have this set yet, it's a must-have. Every greeting in there are in 3 different sizes, and it's happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, thank you, hello, and let me tell you, they're perfect. I absolutely love them. Oh boy, I got a halo. Okay, well, guess what? I have a swap out. Didn't expect that. That's rare. Now, if this was at a class or something, I would so use it and I would just put an embellishment over it. But I did have a swap out ready. So I'm gonna take my glue dots right here and because I do like to show you all how to fix that. I'm gonna take my just a note and I'm gonna put a glue dot right in the center. There. You can just push this down and in place. And there you have this gorgeous oh, card to send to somebody. You gotta let the light come through. For some reason, my lighting likes to roll. I don't know why. But again, there's the main card that I showed. This is the one I just made. Maybe back there. Now you can see it. Okay. And then, like I said, this one I also made. I just love that bench. Now I want you to know those are the pearlized accents. All I did is I put a drop on this card base or on this card piece, and you just let it go, and it just kind of goes in a circle and works really well. It's so pretty. Okay, everyone. Well, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable with your pearl enamel effects. There's a lot of words. Okay, there are 3 different kinds. There is the real red or red, and it truly matches our red cardstock, okay? And then there is black also. And, the black kinda turns out like a little gunmetal or a little silver. It's really cool. And I'm gonna show you in my next video different ways to use this, okay? More than just painting with it. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Whoops. Okay, let's do this. Bye.